everyone and welcome to CFC Fan TV. I'm joined by a very wonderful guest and a very tall guest. I feel like I need to go like this. I was going to stand on a stool, but I didn't want to get my shoe prints on it.
6'2", baby.
Say, are you 6'2"?
Yeah.
I think I'm only 5'5". Yeah, maybe 5'6". I don't know.
Put on heels and that.
Yeah, how are you, babe?
No, I'm good. Well, I'm not good.
Yeah, no, neither of us are good.
I'm struggling.
In that term. But in our own lives, we're cool.
Yeah. Other than that, other than the football, I'm doing well. Very well. You know what I mean?
That's good, babe. Thanks for coming down.
No, thanks
Listen,
for inviting me.
Me and Expressions have a preview, obviously, which will go out tomorrow for our League Cup tie against Tottenham at the Bridge. Second leg, and obviously we are tailing them, as we didn't have a very good result at Wembley. But we thought, actually, before we get into our previews, we would discuss both of our teams. Now, listen, in terms of, I mean, your system was working. Obviously, now you've got injuries. Our system was working. Now we don't have any injuries, just doesn't work anymore. I did something for Sky yesterday, and I had to tell them what went wrong against Arsenal. I don't know if you saw that game.
Yeah, no, I definitely saw that game.
We were so bad, and you can't help but think that if I was Eden Hazard, for instance, I'd just be getting fed up now because Sarri's not.
Leaving.
Yeah, he will. He will eventually.
Sorry, Chelsea, your club can put a curfew on Eden Hazard, but he's still going to be out. You know them way there, like nothing's going to work. He's leaving, and I didn't know. I thought Jorginho was Brazilian. I found out he was Italian the other day.
Is he Italian?
Is he Italian?
I should know that really, but
does he play?
Yeah,
what team does he play for? Oh, but it's one of them like Diego Costa things, yeah.
A bit of both.
I'll say no more.
Yeah. No, I mean, listen, the whole Jorginho situation, I loved him when he came, and actually it did work for the first part of it, and then it sort of deteriorated since then. Listen, the big things for us and the main points I mentioned in my interview yesterday with Sky was that, you know, Hazard and Kante are our two best players. If you look at that, I'm sure you've got your two best players.
Yeah.
And they're both playing out of position. It'd be like, you know, playing Kane on the wing. It just would be stupid.
Yeah, but the thing is with you, like, you got nothing up top, innit? So you've got to accommodate. You've got to put Hazard there. Like, obviously, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, yeah, obviously, we lost Harry Kane, innit? Like, our positions, they're vacant at the moment, you know what I'm saying? They're going to be filled by people that ain't got game faces in FIFA. Like I said it already, innit? We're in trouble. It don't matter where we play our games. It's going to be in detention, fam. It's peak for us. But with you, like that mighty Malteser, like Kante, yeah. See, I don't dig him out because he's actually a great player. Like I've seen him for France when he won the World Cup. He's got to be one of the best CDMs in the league, if not like in the world. You know what I mean? I got to give him his kudos, innit?
100%.
How you put Jorginho there, a man that ain't proved nothing in the Premier League, there, and you got Kante running around like you know what it reminds me of? Remember when you man had Ramirez?
Yeah.
He was a great player. And then do you see when you man just he moved him out to the wing? You moved him out to he did do all right, but it was nothing like when he was playing DM for you. Like when a player's got their legs like that, you got to play them DM. That's why Sissoko was doing so well for us, because he thought he was a winger, and then Poch sat him down and said, you know what, you are not a winger. You know what I mean? You need to move positions or you're not playing. And that's what he did. And now he's Moussa Sissoko trained. Moussa Sissoko solid. I'm gassed. You know what I mean?
Which is fine if it pays off, but surely by now, I mean, the fans are getting mad with Sarri, and I can't see this season, if Sarri doesn't win at least one trophy, how they're going to continue to keep him on. If not, I think he'll be gone very early on in the next part of next season. Fans are getting mad now, because I understand he's got to accommodate because we don't have an attack or anything, but in that Arsenal game, you had on the bench Giroud, who used to play for Arsenal, who knows what the derbies mean. Hazard clearly doesn't want to play as a false nine. He isn't a striker.
No, of course.
And no wonder he's getting mad. And you have to think about it as well. For Hazard, obviously, he does have Real Madrid knocking on the door, and I do think he will go. It's just a question of obviously when.
Did Sarri send his translator in after the game, man? Because he didn't know how to express his feelings in English.
He said. He did
a Pochettino at Southampton, fam. That's what he did. He knew exactly what he wanted to say, but he didn't want to say it in English to their face.
Yeah, he said it's a really hard group of players to get motivated, and you could see in the second half they came out and they really were, you know, trying their best, although it was too late by then. But at the end of the day, sorry, what are you talking about? You've just moved your best players out of position. Of course they're not going to be motivated to play. Of course they're going to be getting a bit pissed off with it, and especially for the defence, I think a lot of the blame always falls on them. I think they can play, 80 minutes of a good game. They make one mistake at the end, it costs a goal, and that's the end of it.
No, but when I see you with you lot, like all it is passing. All you're doing is passing, like sideways.
But that's because
it looks attractive. You get me? But so does the candy dance, but you're not getting no goals. You know them way there. You know what I mean? You can do that as well, innit? So you know the moves there. Come on, chick.
You know like shot that. Then.
I came back.
Yeah. No, but that's what I mean. But what I'm saying is that we don't. we can pass it as much. We have no problem getting it to the edge of the box. It's not a problem. We have no problem crossing it into the box. There's nobody there.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter whether you play Hazard.
You got Morata. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong.
No,
they're
Morata's
not great
going, but
they're not great strikers.
We want
but look at
Giroud,
us.
but we want Giroud to play.
Kane's out. Son's off in Asia. You know them way there. And look, Poch, he was talking about, we can play Pele Ali as a false 9. No, we can't. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. He may be able to do a little job there, but the man ain't got enough power in his shots and that to be a striker. I'm just going to be real, innit? Like, good in the air and that, but that... The man played Fernando the lamppost, innit? We ain't seen him all season. You know them way there. Honestly, 7-foot John Cena. You can't see him. Nah, real talk. And, like... He's done nothing, you know what I mean? And he got 90 minutes against Fulham, you know what I'm saying? I seen more movement on a man with morphine blood injected into the... I'm being dead serious. And the man got 90 minutes. But, and he scored an own goal as well, Soph. Did you know that? No, the man scored an own goal.
I don't
Did you not see the meme of Daniel Levy on the phone? Daniel Levy on the phone saying, what, Llorente scored? I don't care if it's an own goal, yeah? Cancel all offers for the striker immediately. Do you know what I mean? It's a myth. The man got 90 minutes, but he's a striker. Do you know what I mean? Like, him being there, his presence alone will have people will run to him. And that's what freed up Harry Winks for us to get our goal. You know what I mean? Yeah. So if you got a big striker like that, a target man, you got to use him. When Giroud came on against us at Wembley, it changed the game. It did.
But we all know that. The fans all know that, which is why we're getting a bit frustrated with Sarri, because he's very stubborn. He won't change it. So we've both got problems, different problems, I would say. Chelsea have been actually very lucky this season not to get very many injuries. I think we had Pedro out for a little bit of the start of the season. We did miss him because he was on a bit of a roll, and then at West Ham it was sort of just a flat game. And now we've got Loftus-Cheek. We have Barkley, we have Kovacic, we have quite a lot of options for that. That's not really, we haven't really had that much of a problem in terms of
we
injuries,
got more issues than FHM magazine, fam. I'm telling you, we got nothing in the middle. We got nothing in the middle, Soph. Real talk. Looking like a bagel. Looking like a bagel. You see our midfield. Nothing in the middle. Real talk. No one's gone. That's a really good one. No, real talk. Everyone's gone. We got nothing in the middle. Class A, you know what I mean? He's out. Pele Ali's out now. Like,
that's what I mean. So
Dembele sold.
So after the Arsenal game, everyone was like, okay, so do you think you'll get top 4? It's between you, Arsenal, and United creeping in. And I said, okay. I said, yeah, but hold on a minute. There's a possibility that Chelsea and Arsenal, or Man United and Arsenal, or Chelsea, Man United, whoever could finish, and Tottenham could drop out because of your injury situation. Injuries can kill a season if it goes on for too long.
But you know what I said? Even though we had a great start to the season, you know what I mean? But I said, for me, it was going to be Liverpool, there's no order, but Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea, because you lot was on some mad run, and I saw you, like last season, it was only the manager why you lot went down for me, innit? I'm not saying you did need a striker, but you know what I mean, they stopped playing for the manager. Whereas this season, I thought, you know what I mean, Sarri football and all Sarri ball or whatever it's called, blood. You know what I mean? I thought that it was like the works were in motion and that, you know what I mean? So I said literally, Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, and it's going to be between Arsenal, Tottenham and Man U. Even though they had Mourinho, it's Man United, you know what I mean? They got a good team, so I always thought we were going to be scrapping for the top 4. Even when we moved up to like 3rd, 2nd or whatever, I said, nah, forget title contenders. We need to focus on this top 4. Because I knew it. I'm telling you, like one injury and it all falls down. It's a Kanye West festival. Real talk. I knew it, innit? You know what I mean? Harry Kane, Son's gone off, Dembele followed him, bruv. I don't know where Dembele went from. Man thinks it's rush hour too, bruv. He needs to come back from China. I'm being dead serious, but we need him. I'm upset, so.
I'm upset, but I feel your pain.
Definitely.
I know, and I know injuries. I never like to be too harsh on any team, even if it is Spurs, when you've got injuries, because...
You throw some dirt on Spurs. I've seen a couple of
all the time. What I'm saying is...
I saw you out kissing Tottenham fans as well.
Oh, well, no, they kissed me, actually.
Oh, whatever.
They were kissing me. If you haven't seen that vid, you know.
Those are dead kisses anyway. If you want to kiss a real Tottenham fan, jeez, fam.
Well, the majority of them kissed me, even though I was in a Chelsea shirt. No, listen, but I'm talking about injuries. I don't like to make fun of teams that have injuries because... Well, number one, it's not very nice for the players, and secondly, if it was happening, I feel it's like karma. Like if it happens to us, we'll be just as screwed. No. I mean, we could have the perfect team. Man City could have the perfect team, and then the 3 best players go out, and then that sort of stalls you a little bit. But all I'm saying is that I think people are underestimating other teams that could get into the top 4 and that others can't slip out. Because I mean, if City can slip up like they did, even in the start of the season, not start of the season, you know, middle of the season, then why can't Tottenham? Why can't I mean, Chelsea are already slipping. I mean, it's
when we lose games to teams like Wolves, fam, and Watford, and these games, when you lose games like that, that's not making of a champion. You know what I mean? I've been watching Liverpool 4-3 against Crystal Palace. Like, as much as they're letting in all these goals, they're still winning games. When Leicester did it, they were getting these 1-0s. And me personally, I'm not going to lie, teams just gave them wins. I'm being dead serious. I don't know if it was just like in the history books when you look back, it's just like a stalemate, Sylvester Stallone football, yeah. But certain teams were just giving them the win, and like, you know what I mean? Boy, I don't even want to get into that. All I want to say is, with us, like, we never bottled the league that year, innit? You know them way there. I just got to put that out there, innit? We were never first. We were never second. Well, we were second, but we were never going to be first, innit?
You know, it's a little bit different for me though, because I think this season we started it off so well. We went to Newcastle, we got the win there. That's a fixture we really don't.
That wasn't your first fixture. That's where we went. We went to Newcastle.
No, one of our first fixtures, like, you know, early on in the season. We won that. We don't. I mean, I've been Newcastle away numerous times. It's normally horrendous, and it wasn't a good game. But we got the win. That's why Sarri had us all thinking at the start of the season, and why I got annoyed with the pundits when they were saying that we can't be title contenders, because it was too early on to judge. Then, if you were looking at it from any other position, you'd say, well, they've won some of the games they failed the last few seasons. We won against Arsenal. We hadn't beaten them in like 6, something stupid. So it all started off well, and now it's just sort of gone downhill. So fans, especially after the Arsenal game, during, I mean, you know, it's when you go to the games, it's sort of normally you see the same faces, especially at away games, and everyone was just screaming because they thought they seen the lineup and they were there like, well, that's clearly not going to work.
Yeah, but that happens often in football. You know what I'm saying? Like, we go to games all pumped up. You know what I mean? Like, even when we played you lot and we lost 4-2, innit? Like, we got to the final, I was gassed, we were playing champagne football. All he had to do was play the same team he played last week. We had no injuries, and then the man put Son Heung-min left back. You know them way there. So like managers make mistakes, you know them way there.
They do, but I don't think this is a mistake. I think this is just someone being very stubborn and not changing something that clearly doesn't work. It's costing us now. So we're going to get Higuain, who's another striker, come in.
What, on like a 2-week loan, bro? He's old, fam.
6 months. Oh, I know he's old. I'm not.
You're not signing all these old
I'm not saying it's ever going to be a permanent thing. I'm just saying they're running out of time. They're not going to spend loads and loads of money on a player like they did with Morata when they're not sure it'll work out without giving it some careful thought. So overall, then let's end this video.
Higuain,
who's got?
You like Higuain, though?
I'll take anyone at this point.
But he can't run.
I'll take anyone at this point.
He's running on like Windows XP, fam.
But,
you know them way there.
if it's between Morata's going to Atletico Madrid, and then we've got Giroud, who the manager just won't play, so it's just pointless. So you need somebody. If it's the choice between no one and him, I will obviously choose him.
Take Llorente.
Just quickly then, who has the better chance of getting top 4 this season?
Ooh.
It's very difficult.
Yeah, it is, because I'm telling you, yeah, it's simply injuries. We don't even need to sign anyone, and I think we'd have a better chance than making top 4 than you if we didn't sign anyone this season, if our injuries weren't so bad. But Kane being out for 2 months, I'm sorry, South Korea. Like, I wanted Korea to win the cup because I love South Korea, but we need Son back in it. So I hope they get knocked out this week, blood. And if Son comes back, like, you know what I mean, I'll be dancing a bit more, like, because Eric Dyer's coming back, Lightning, Lucas more rapid, blood. He's coming back too. So yeah, we'll see, innit? Like, I think it all depends on when our players are coming back. Delhi, I don't even know when he's back. So for me, it all depends on how fast our players come back. But we've got a very good run of games coming up. And
for me, I think we can 100% get top 4. But only if we start to change the system. Because you know what happens here as well? If players, when they start to get a bit mad, stop playing for the manager, don't they?
Yep.
And then it all goes downhill from there. So if that's a situation, and they don't care about having an off season. You know, a lot of them will go in the summer anyway if they feel like they can't win trophies. But for me, if Sarri doesn't realise the system isn't working, if he doesn't play Higuain when he comes in as a striker, and we keep Hazard in his best position because that is the only thing we can do now, then we're in trouble. But guys, comment below and let me know who you think has a better chance of getting top 4. I know Tottenham are ahead of us at the moment, but they do have injury problems, and so you just never know what's going to happen. And Expressions, plug your YouTube.
Come on, Expressions oozing. Check that out. You know, like that.
Okay, our preview's coming up now.